Welcome to Unlocked Info, where we dive deep into the knowledge that powers your world. Whether it's the latest tech trends, life hacks, or mind-blowing facts, we're here to help you unlock information that can change the way you see everything. If you want to stay ahead of the curve, hit that subscribe button and let's get started.
Malcolm X is one of the most influential figures in American history. But despite his fame, there are many facets of his life that remain less known. Today, we'll explore 10 things you might not know about the man who shaped the course of the civil rights movement. Here's 10 things you didn't know about Malcolm X. Number 1. Malcolm X wasn't always Malcolm X. Born Malcolm Little on May 19, 1925, in Omaha, Nebraska. His original surname came from his father, Earl Little, a prominent Baptist minister and outspoken supporter of Marcus Garvey. After his father's murder and his family's struggles, Malcolm would later adopt X as a symbol of his lost African ancestral name. Number 2. He was a convicted felon before becoming a leader before transforming into the iconic leader we know today. Malcolm X was imprisoned for a string of crimes. While serving time for burglary, he turned his life around, studying everything from history to the teachings of the Nation of Islam. Prison became the place where Malcolm's worldview was truly reshaped. He felt Islam is the right way to go. Number 3. He was a key leader in the Nation of Islam. Malcolm joined the Nation of Islam (NOI) in the late 1940s and quickly became one of its most vocal advocates. His rise within the organization was meteoric. At one point, he was the nation's spokesperson and led many of its recruitment efforts, attracting thousands of followers. Number 4. He didn't always advocate nonviolence unlike Martin Luther King Jr. Malcolm X initially rejected nonviolence. He famously promoted by any means necessary, advocating for self-defense against racial oppression. It wasn't until later in his life, after his pilgrimage to Mecca, that his views on race and unity began to evolve. Number 5. His pilgrimage to Mecca changed his views on race. In 1964, Malcolm X made the pilgrimage to Mecca, a journey that would significantly reshape his perspective on race. He saw Muslims of all races praying together and realized that Islam was a unifying force, not a divisive one. This led him to soften his previous stance on racial separatism. Number 6. He was a devoted family man. Malcolm X was a father of 6 children and a loving husband to Betty Shabazz. Despite his busy public life, he remained deeply committed to his family, often expressing concern for their safety, especially as his own life became increasingly under threat due to his activism. Number 7. He was assassinated by his own community members on February 21, 1965. Malcolm X was tragically assassinated while speaking at the Audubon Ballroom in New York City. The men who killed him were believed to be members of the Nation of Islam, an organization he had split from just months earlier. Number 8. He was a master orator. Malcolm X had a gift for speech that few could match. His eloquence, fiery passion, and ability to articulate complex issues made him a captivating speaker. He could move entire crowds with his words, leaving a lasting impact on anyone who heard him. Number 9. He was seen as controversial even among civil rights leaders. While many saw Malcolm as a hero, others, including some within the civil rights movement, disagreed with his approach. His bold rhetoric and call for radical change often put him at odds with figures like Martin Luther King Jr., who advocated for peaceful protest and integration. Number 10. His autobiography became a bestseller. After his death, Malcolm X's autobiography, co-written by journalist Alex Haley, was published in 1965, just months after his assassination. The book became an instant bestseller, offering readers a powerful, honest, and transformative look at his life, from crime to redemption and his ultimate dedication to social justice. Malcolm X's legacy is complex, but his influence is undeniable. His life reminds us that change doesn't come without struggle, and sometimes the greatest transformations come from the hardest journeys. Malcolm X Avenue is the name given to several streets across the United States in honor of Malcolm X, reflecting his lasting influence on communities fighting for civil rights and social justice. One of the most notable Malcolm X avenues is located in Harlem, New York City, where Malcolm X spent a significant part of his life and where he gave many of his powerful speeches. In addition to Harlem, streets named Malcolm X Avenue can be found in other cities such as Boston, Massachusetts, San Diego, California. These streets serve as local tributes to his legacy and the ongoing fight for racial equality and justice.
Subscribe so you never miss a video. Thank you for watching Unlocked Info.